Hi, my name is Adrian Montgomery, and this is my speech on the three different sides of me: the public, the real, and the ideal. Um, I should have a video where I show the 1 minute me, but I'm almost 40 years old. I'm just not savvy with TikTok. That's an area where I feel I need to progress and I guess be more technologically adapted to the times, but I'm a little older, so I'm not really into how TikTok works, but I do have a complete perspective on who I am. And that's what carries me through my everyday. That's how I'm able to be 37 years old and still functioning. So I like to introduce you to the three sides of me. And the way that it's broken down is there's the public, the real, and the ideal. And for me, it's not really three different sides. It's managing three different sides and establishing an equilibrium that allows all of those three sides to be me. So, first, the public side of me is I don't personally like the reputation, but I am the life of the party. Um, and the real side of me shows that I really am an introvert. And the ideal side of me is the man that the whole world one day will know as Dr. Montgomery. But without getting too deep into that, let's first look into the public side, the life of the party. Being almost 38 years old, I could think back on a lot of times where I didn't really necessarily want to be out in public, but once I went out in public, man, I met a lot of great people. I've been a lot of places. I have met a lot of great people who have gone on to be even greater people in their lives. And one thing that I can say that is consensus is they always somehow find a way to keep in touch with me because of somewhere that we might have went and they may have met me and I don't know. I mean, that's what they say about me. You know, it's not what I say about me, but one thing that I do make sure of is that no matter where I am, no matter what I do, that I conduct myself in a way where if you speak of me, you know that my reputation is not flawed. I know how to conduct myself in different situations. That's something that time had to teach me. When I conduct myself in a corporate setting, I'm aware, I am involved, I participate, but I don't overdo anything and I know when to not overexert myself. I know how to play the mixture of singularity and collective. And when you learn how to intermingle between those two things, you find yourself as a well rounded person. But I don't want to get too deep into that. I don't want to take up everybody's time. So um, I like to introduce you to Adrian, the introvert. I am an introvert, actually. I really do not like to go in public places. I really don't like to be around people. Like, if I didn't grow up around you my entire life, then I look at you as a person that I should put a question mark on. It's nothing personal, but like growing up in Pittsburgh, like that's how we are. We're not friendly people generally, but once we get to know you, we love you. But it doesn't happen so easily. So, but I've learned to maintain being an introvert and an extrovert. And I maintain the balance by if I go out in public once, I stay in the house 2, 3, 4 days. I don't overdo it. I don't make myself uh, too comfortable in any situation. And so in the end, the introvert and the extrovert, they work together to create the perfect balance. And the ideal version of myself, I like to introduce that as have you met Dr. Montgomery? Dr. Montgomery is a man who's been through situations that most people my age that I grew up with didn't make it through, but I made it through. And in the end, I want to make sure that out of my life, I give back to my hometown. The completion of my educational journey is my doctorate degree, and I won't stop until I get it. So, managing three sides of myself is difficult, but I do it effortlessly because I know me. I've lived long enough and been through enough situations to know who I am. And once you know who you are, self mastery is key. It's not about going out to meet other people. You have to know yourself first before you present yourself to other people. And that's one of the things that life taught me. So just make sure that you master yourself. Know yourself first. Self mastery is key. That's the three sides of me.